Hello and welcome to this demo for the Ops Admin interface of Signiant Media Shuttle. Other videos have covered off how to use Media Shuttle as an end user or how to administer Media Shuttle at the IT level. This one will cover off how you manage Media Shuttle on a day-to-day basis at the operational level, managing users, customizing the portal, tracking files, those kind of operations. The first thing you see when you log into the administration interface for Media Shuttle portal is this simple dashboard. How many transfers took place this month, what are the current transfers that are running right now, which were the recent users added or the recent files that were transferred. Really, it's an at-a-glance snapshot of what has happened on this portal. You can also see that if you're managing multiple portals, you can quickly switch between them and see all the same dashboard information on a per portal basis. Looking into the menu options here, you'll see that there's actually not very many options, and that's on purpose. We tried to design Media Shuttle to be as easy to administer as it is to use. So on a day-to-day basis, there's only really a few things you would really need to or want to do, and we've tried to keep that to the minimum. The first thing is, when you set up a portal, you can come into the General tab, you can customize things like the language, you can change who receives the files, there's some CC and BCC notifications for email. So for example, some people configure it that they want finance to be notified on a download so they can issue a bill. So I've sent somebody some content, they've downloaded it, notify the finance department of the sender so they can issue an invoice or a bill. The next kind of section then is site design. So typically when people set up a portal the first time, they look like this. So there's no background, the logo is the Signiant Media Shuttle logo. It's pretty plain, it's functional, but it's plain. But using site design and only a couple of clicks, so we can pick our own logo, we can pick our own wallpaper, and we can change the color palette, change transparency, very simple options. But here I'll just change the logo and the wallpaper, and you'll see that in 2 clicks this portal now looks like this. So this is quite a nice feature because not only does it allow you to imprint your brand, but some people also view it as a bit of a security feature. If I know I'm uploading content to Acme, I now know I'm going to the Acme portal, or I have a good idea that I'm going to the Acme portal. As well as the URL being Acme's URL, I've got their look and feel. So that's branding. Cloud specs we'll come back to. The next thing that people usually like to do then is once they've branded the portal is they want to add users. So they want to say who can come and use this portal. And there are 3 ways that users can be added. The first way is you can manually add a user. So we can just pick a name here, Joe Test, joe@acme.com. And Joe will then receive an email inviting him to this portal to pick a password, the usual invitation stuff. You'll also notice that the permissions are very simple, send and receive. Lots of products have, sometimes 10, 15 permission boxes. Here we've kept it to the bare minimum that you really, really need. So there's only 2 options. And the only other option then is expires. So you can also create users that are valid only for a term. So imagine you're working on a project for 2 weeks. You would add a user and have them expire in 2 weeks. That's it. So I've now added a user in way number 1. Way number 2 is you can import users. So you can import users from a text file, a comma separated value file that you manage in a spreadsheet or some other type of product. And way number 3 is in the IT admin interface, a portal can be set up to connect with an external directory like Active Directory or LDAP. That will cover off in the IT admin interface. That's more complicated to manage users than this. So we've branded our portal, we've added our users. Let's just say that users have sent some files and we want to see what they've been doing. So that's what we can look at under file history. So here we can see every file that has moved through this portal, who sent it, who's received it, what was the date and time. And by clicking on activity, we can get more information about, well, we know when the file was uploaded, but when was it downloaded and who downloaded it. So this becomes almost like an audit history for every file that's gone through this portal. And you can export it. So you can load this into your favorite data manipulation tool, for example, a spreadsheet, create pivot tables on this, really track downloads at quite a detailed level. The last option that we'll talk about in this demo is cloud specs. So by default, portals don't have any restriction on what can be uploaded to a portal. So this portal here just lets you pick files. You could pick 1 file, 100 files, JPEG files, movie files, whatever. But with cloud specs, you can enforce a validation over what is going to be allowed on this portal. So I'm going to click a specification here and assign it to this portal. And what we'll see now is that the user will be prompted and said, files must conform to this specification. Well, that still doesn't help the user a lot, but they can actually click on the specification and see exactly what's expected. So in this case, we're looking for an MXF file with MPEG, 30 megabits bitrate, and 4-channel audio, and there's all kinds of options they can look at here as well, like detailed into what the file format should be. And the nice thing about Cloud Specs is that the file is validated before it's uploaded. So you, as the administrator, can guarantee that the content that's going to be uploaded here matches exactly what you're looking for. Don't see a spec here that you want to use, there's quite a few default ones here, then you can just drop us a note and we can create custom specs for you. So that's pretty well it for the Ops Admin interface in a short demo. It's designed, as I said, to be as simple to administer as it is to use. Very few menu items, very few what we call nerd knobs or options, but still pretty powerful on a day-to-day basis. To find out more information about Media Shuttle, please go to www.signiant.com, click on Products, and click on Media Shuttle.